What's good, everybody? Welcome to Karu the Mentor Presents Life Lessons, where wisdom meets real life, and every lesson helps you grow strong. I'm just mad amped for this one. I ain't even forget that intro, man. I'm mad amped for this one. As you can see, I'm from the city. Shout out New York. But check this out, man. I am so amped for this one. Okay? Passport bros. If you want to be a passport bro, hold up. You need to watch this, man. So this is important to me because I think that people, first of all, I didn't even watch the whole video. I'm so amped about this one. I ain't even watched the whole video, so I'm gonna debunk some of the things, man, because passport bros think some people that are passport bros, they think it's just easy to just go over there and go get you one. It don't work like that. Listen to your boy. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. It doesn't work like that, man. It doesn't work like that. So, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to be stopping this video, man, and we're going to talk about the things that they talking about. And if I see that there are some things that they don't mention, we're going to mention it at the end. And then we're going to get into these comments and start answering these questions, because everybody just think that the grass is always green on the other side. It is not. They are watching these women over in America and they want to be them. Okay? Now, before I even start the video, I want to say this, right? Look, if you got yourself a good one, then you got yourself a good one. I'm not never going to tell you, you know what I'm saying, that being dating women outside of your culture is bad, or going overseas to get one. Yo, if you feel like you want to do that, okay? But I'm telling you, and we're going to get into it, and then we're going to talk about it, man, because at the end of the day, man, it is not as easy as you think it is. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. I'm so amped because people just think, man, you can go pick these women like wallflowers, man. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. But this is what we're going to do, man, because it's a lot right now. I ain't even going to lie. I'm amped about this. This is a conversation I've been wanting to have for a very long time. I'm prior military. I've been overseas. I lived in Dubai. Shout out to Dubai. It's kind of messed up right now. I lived in Dubai. I lived in Bahrain. You know what I'm saying? I did that for months, almost a year, both times. I lived in Italy, just came back. I'm telling you, listen to me. I've dated these women. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. Listen, I'm mad amped. Let me get into this video, man. I'm gonna get into this video. Like I said, shout out to P's World. Shout out to them, man. Fair use of the equipment. You know what I'm saying? It's the excitement, man. The excitement. But we're gonna go ahead on. We're gonna do the video. I might stop the video from time to time and talk about highlight some things. And then at the end, we're gonna we're gonna go ahead on and read some of the comments, because just in case if I miss anything, we're gonna catch it in the comments. Remember, I did not see this whole video, but I didn't see it for a reason, because I want you to get the authentic response right now. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sure we're gonna have to address this again. So shout out to P's World, fair use. We're gonna get it started.
To the point where the passport bros, they might have been right. The passport bros might have been right, bro. We used to talk crazy about the passport bros, but they all happy. The passport bros might have been right. Listen, take that how you want to take it. The passport bros might have been right. Because here, US of A, I'm not seeing it. My boy's not seeing it. The passport bros might have been right.
More and more people are coming out and admitting something that we kind of already knew. The passport bros were right. But in this video, the reasoning why the passport bros were right, in my opinion, the biggest ones aren't even really to do with dating.
And also, in other news, I'm stuffing my face, y'all. I know I've always had smoke for the passport bros in the past. But I'm going to say this. The passport bros was onto something. Now, aside from the tricking part of the passport bros and them going over to spending money and passing up diseases, I don't advocate for that. I would never advocate for that. But as far as trying to get a traditional woman who's not really Americanized, they might be onto something because...
Listen. Listen, let me tell you something. Man, I don't know if you hear it in my voice, but listen, let me tell you something, man. They are watching YouTube. They are watching everything. Go over there and start doing the dance. They know how to do it better than you. Go over there and start doing the Jamaican dance. They know how to do it better than you. They know how to do it. They watching. Let me show you. Like, look, listen, check it. If you go online right now, right? There's a guy, I can't think of his name. He got the dreads, right? He wears a hat, right? He's on there doing all that dance. Although Africans had dance always. It came from them, right? But then the Jamaicans took it and made it more of their own and made it more commercial, right? So then the Jamaicans, then the Africans took it back and they're doing their own little thing. Before it used to be tribal dances, right? Now they are doing dance. They are over there doing the same stuff. There's no such thing as non-Americanized women over there, bro. I'm telling you. They're doing the same thing. They doing it, man. All right, another example. Look at the guys that the one that be dancing for Africa tomorrow. Act like there's no water in Africa. They wearing American clothes. They wearing New York clothes, man. They wearing New York Giants jersey. New Jersey Eagles jerseys, man. Listen to me, man. I'm telling you, yo. Listen, I'm telling you. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying if you think you're going over there and you're going to just pick them like wallflowers, you are sadly mistaken. I live there. Most of these people that are having these conversations about almost doing it haven't traveled and done these things. I've done it. I'm telling you. I've lived over there. I'm telling you, man. This is not a game. And I'm going to wait to the end to tell you some of the things that I've experienced because I want to see if they talk about it here in this video. Because remember, I didn't see the video yet. But I'm so amped about this video because these people just think that you could just go over there and just go pick these girls like wallflowers. Like roses. You just pick one you want. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. But I'm going to let this rock.
If I was a single man in the position I'm in life, there is no way I would want to share my life with one of these American chicks, black, white, Puerto Rican, Haitian. I don't care what you talk, because they all are out of their mind. I'm not paying all your bills while I gotta pay my bills. I'm not taking on shopping sprees. I'm not taking on these lavish trips, and you barely cook clean, and I gotta beg for some yams.
Check this out. Ha! Check this out. This is what you're gonna have. Listen, no. Listen to me, man. You know what you're going to have to do? Marry one of the women over there. You're going to have to take care of their family too. So this is how it works. Especially, I could speak really to Dubai, okay? Now, I've been down in Colombia and all of that. I've been down there. I've been there. I was in MSC. Shout out to MSC. I did that for 2.5 years. I've been down to Colombia, Honduras, and all of that. So I'm well-rounded. I'm well-rounded. They are looking for you to take care of them. Now, listen. Listen. You think, no, you're not going to be paying for what you're going to be paying for is their families. These women out, listen, these women over there, man, they come over, they work in the cities where they know tourists at, and they take their money and they send it home. That's how it works. I'm telling you, man. Listen, it don't work like this, man. You think you're gonna just find a woman? You think she gonna just do what you say to do? It don't work. They not doing it. If you don't know female nature, if you not sure with female nature and understand how they think and get into their mind, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna work. Every one of my friends, my dad included, left their foreign national wife. Let me say it again. My dad included, every one of my friends that had a foreign national wife, the younger generation now. I'm not talking about the older ones. I'm 44. So in the 30s and 40s, right around my age right here, they all are gone. Them women left them. They got to America and they left them. Now, if you're willing to go over there, great. You good. Bring them to the States. I promise you'll be broke in no time. This is serious. But go ahead, man. Let me. Oh, man.
Passport bros, I'm not going to apologize for having all the smoke that I said, because I was talking about the tricking passport bros. But the passport bros who literally go over there to find a wife and get up out the way and do your thing, I get it.
They tricking.
I get it.
That was
They
mostly
tricking.
what the Passport Bros was. Of course, you had the ones that went viral who were tricking, and then people decided that was what the Passport Bros were. The ones that I used to follow anyway, these were guys that were going out there to find a wife. And here's the thing. When you go to these countries, you're going to have to pay all the bills. You're going to have to do the traditional road. But it's cheaper, and the women are also traditional.
Now check this out. He said it's cheaper, right? All right. How are you going to support yourself? You notice that they're saying that for them, the women to stay out there? Did you notice that? Did you notice he said if you stay out there? So how are you going to support yourself out there? Did you think about that? Probably not. How you going to support yourself? You going to do what? You going to do YouTube? You going to be entrepreneur out there? You think they're going to just open up this thing for you? They not. It's not going to work like that. You're going to have to find a source. So you know how many people go over there, especially in the Philippines? I had a guy that I knew. He was a bosun mate. If you know, you know. He married a girl in the Philippines. She cleaned him out. He had to put the land in her name. They were married, but he had to put the land in her name. Tell me why she had a husband that was the chauffeur and he didn't know, and now they together in his house and he ain't got nothing. Now tell me. I asked him, how much money you put over there? This guy was a bosun, had no kids, saved his money. $1 million gone. $1 million. This is true stories. These are true. You're gonna pay for her. You're gonna pay for her family. You're gonna be sending money home. And if she come here, she's gonna be sending money home, which means you're gonna be sending money, because whatever money she don't pay, you got to pay. I'm telling you, it's not a game. I don't even know if we're gonna get in this video. It's been 2 minutes and 41 seconds. And I'm already lit. Let's go.
The women here were traditional. Men would suffer through having to do what they had to do. More men would anyway. That was just how it was. Men would suffer through this terrible economy, and they would go, you know what, it's my duty, I've got to do it. But the women are modern. They just want you to be traditional. So they want you to do all the traditional things, but they're not traditional themselves.
This is true.
So you gain nothing.
I can give you that. That's true.
If you go to one of these
That's true.
countries and you're looking for a traditional woman, guess what? You get that. Plus it's cheaper. So you can just fulfill that traditional role our grandparents did, and you can live like how our grandparents did in terms of the economy. And again, men are flexible in ways that women aren't.
So you're gonna go over there and get a job? Really? So if you okay, so if I think Alpha Man or Alpha Male, I think that's his podcast. He said this, and it makes sense. If you go over there and you work over there and you're getting the same amount pay, it's gonna be relative. If you go buy the same eggs with the money that they make over there, it's going to be relative to what the price of the eggs is here. Meaning, because of the amount of money you make, it's still going to take up the same percentage of money it's going to cost to be. You really think you're going to go over there, you're going to just give you a job? Really? All right.
Men can be modern. Men can also be traditional. It depends on the environment.
You think Asian women are going to go 50-50 with you on the bill?
No, we date traditionally, which means if I invite the girl out, I plan and pay for the date. The catch is the cost of living is often 1/4 the price overseas, so even if we pay for the whole date, we're still paying less than what we would have paid 50-50. And this
Relative,
is a point
relative,
that I don't
that's
think
relative.
It's talked about enough when it comes to Passport Bros. It's not just dating, it's cost of living, it's rent, it's gym, it's food, it's everything, and it increases the quality of your life.
Unless you getting money from where you at, from the United States, and you getting paid in the United States and you going over there, then it'll be the same. Then it'll be cheaper. But if you working over there and you living over there and you getting the same amount of pay, it is not cheaper. It is the same thing. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. And did you know now Filipinos, they do speak English. Don't get me wrong. And she's quiet because she's over there. Let her come to the States. I seen it, man. I'm not saying, listen, I'm not saying that, I'm not pointing out one nationality. I'm just talking to in this particular picture. That's all I'm talking about. But I'm telling you, come to the States. It's like they get a battery in their back. They are watching YouTube. They all over YouTube. They watching all the dances. They doing everything, bro. Anyway.
At the end of the day, it's a men's health movement about doing what's best for you. It takes one US remote job and the courage to leave to experience all of that, plus a dating culture that is a lot less toxic.
A lot of people, not just men, come to the Philippines
So she
so
do
that
talk
they can
English. Okay,
experience
cool.
our values and morals, especially a culture that's beyond money and privilege. So why are these women shocked that they're dating us? Is it because you think you're better than us? Because the belief that someone's worth is measured by their financial status or societal privilege is for shallow-minded people that only has that to offer.
Real quick, I wanna address something because I was just thinking about it. Right, here's the thing. If you go over there, right, and you don't understand female nature, if you've never dated a very, very pretty woman, if you done it, you know what I'm talking about. They require a certain maintenance. You have to deal with them a certain way. You can't deal with them like you deal with every other woman you have. They a lot of them require more. You have to do more. And if you don't know how to deal with a woman that is very pretty, right? Because I'm not gonna judge no man and say he ugly, but if you don't know how to conduct yourself and deal with women, period, let's just say period. If you don't know how to deal with women, period, and you go over there, they are going to eat you alive. They're going to tell you everything you want to hear. Because that's what, listen, a lot of them, think of it like this, right? A lot of them, when you go over there, you're going to pick a woman. Where are you going to go? You're going to go to the tourist spots, right? So if you're in Dubai, you're gonna go. If you go to Dubai, you're gonna go into the city, Jafar. No, I'm sorry, that's Bahrain. In Dubai, you're gonna go down in the city, right? Okay, so you're gonna go to the clubs. You're gonna meet them there. Chances are you're gonna meet them there. Now they got the dating app, right? Okay, cool. You're still gonna meet them at a club. You're gonna meet them, get them something to eat, right? You start talking to them, especially in Dubai. Why is Dubai? Why I'm pointing out Dubai specifically? Because they got a lot of foreign nationals there, right? So the Emiratis, they don't even deal with them. Okay? They don't deal with the foreign nationals. They stay in their own places. They're not even allowed to even go over there. You're not even allowed to go over there unless you're invited. You can't even go over there if you're over there. So you're gonna meet the foreign nationals, okay? Let's talk about Colombia, Honduras. Let's talk South, right? Let's talk in the South. Dominican Republic, been there. Where you gonna meet them at? You're gonna meet them in the club. You're gonna meet them in passing. You're not gonna meet them. You're not gonna meet the most educated ones either. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna meet the ones that are in the city trying to find work, taking care of the families at home, taking care of the families in the countryside. This is psychology, bro. They are looking for men like yourself. That's why a lot of people go over there, because they know they're gonna get the pick of the litter. This is what this is about. Come on, let's stop playing. This is what this is about. You going over there to get the best looking woman you can get. And that's when the trouble starts. Because if you don't understand female nature, it is a wrap for you. You are going to because you're not going to want to live there 9 times out of 10. If you stay there, good. You probably have a better relationship there. But you probably can't afford to stay there. So you're going to come back here. Stand by. If you stay with your wife, you got a good one. You better keep her. If you stab it to stay with your wife and bring her to the States, you got a good one. I promise you that.
And this is one of the biggest annoyances that I had with the pushback against the passport bros. The idea that women from third world countries are just like, I don't know, because a lot of these people have never traveled, they just think everyone in a third world country is just so desperate. And, they see a guy from foreign and, oh my God, they just fall to it. It's just not real. All these women are...
It's not desperation. They got families to feed. They got a brother they got to put in school. Their mom and dad is sick. It's not desperation as far as like they hurting. It's just shit happens, unfortunately. Excuse my language. But it happens. Life happens. And them people got to eat. It's not like they out here just wanting to do this stuff. They out here because they have to do it. They have to support the family.
It's so dumb, and it's just not real. It's not a reality. But when we speak about the passport bros, they touched on it. For me, the biggest thing, and you're seeing MTR come to that realization now while he's in Thailand. I don't know if he's back yet, but it's the quality of life. Now
that's true.
We have to make sure we be sympathetic. Is that the word? To the people that live there. Right? So for the people that live in Thailand, it's not the same as someone that comes in with a foreign currency, I should say, sorry. It's not the same in terms of their quality of life on average is lower than ours on average. They're a third world country or second world country, and we live in a first world country. But if you come from a first world country and you can make even a below average income, and you move to Thailand, oh my God, your quality of life goes to a different level. Logic applies for a lot of second and third world countries where you can take that currency that you have in your first world country and go out there and live a life of abundance, where you can't do that in the country where you're at. And the country where you're at, the UK doesn't really do this because I just feel like everybody would just know it's bullshit. But in America, they tell you that it's the best country in the world.
Real quick, if you really want to be a passport bro, why you don't go to a first world country? Why you don't go to Britain? Right? Why don't you go to a first world country? Go to Britain and try to bag a girl. For real, be honest. Think about it. If you really want to go and marry a foreigner, go marry a British foreigner. Okay then.
Are you living like it's the best country in the world? Probably not. Just living average. Right? And if you can work remotely, you can go somewhere else and live like a king.
Very
before
true.
Before we even start about dating, just talking about life.
Yes.
The one life you get.
Yes. Until it comes to the females.
The passport bros were never wrong. People just hating.
This is what we got to talk about. United States citizens are leaving the U.S. and going to other countries, whether it's Ghana, whether it's Thailand, whether it's Tokyo. You're starting to see it more and more.
Yo, for real, I've been to Japan. Love Japan, bro. Love Japan. Love Japan. I've never dated a female out there, so hit me down in the comments if you have. But I never dated a female in Japan. But I will tell you this: if they want to get a black girl, a black guy, they put on baggy pants and start dancing and just like break dancing. If they want a white guy that's a cowboy, they put on cowboy pants. They put on cowboy hats and flannel shirts. That's funny. But they believe in stigmas, man. That's true. Some of them go get tans and put their hair in little rubber bands. That is a true statement. Ask anybody that's been over there. They do that. That's funny.
This is not.
But shout out to them, though. I love Japan. Japan is dope. If you ever get a chance to go. Tokyo's off the chain. Yeah, I've been there. Shibuya, shout out to them. I like Shibuya. Yokohama, been there. Yes, dope place.
This is not a drill. This is happening. And for whatever reason, people are pretty much giving up on the American dream for whatever reason. And what I've personally seen from the videos is everybody's happy. And at the end of the day, that's what you want to be. You want to be happy. You don't want to be somewhere where you're miserable, you're struggling, and it's just killing your vibe. But we really I think this is something we gotta start talking about. People will come to America because America was what they would say the American dream. And I think the American dream is now turned into the American nightmare. And when you look at these other countries, if you're cultured enough, you'll see that, man, the places are beautiful. They have the same thing, if not more. The prices split in half, probably less than split in half. And you get a lot more. But it's just weird. We have these politicians in place right now who are just really turning this shit into a third world country. Like when you have U.S. citizens that decide to say, you know what, fuck this place, I'm out. And just uproot their entire life and go to another country that they have no clue about, and they're taking the biggest risk. But when you look at them a year, 2 years later, they're extremely happy. You got a serious problem here on the U.S. soil. That's a real problem. Just something to think about. Hopefully this is helpful to somebody. Chris with the Gems.
I always find it ironic that in places called third world countries, the quality of life can be so much more vibrant, invigorating, filled with real relationships, laughter, joy.
They can't miss what they don't have
here in the US. For example, when I would go to Jamaica growing up, I always noticed that work wasn't as much of a priority. And then I realized that in the US, we live to work, and in other countries, they work to live. In the US, we value our luxuries. We love having things. We go to Amazon, we click, we buy. It's a ton of consumerism. It's a ton of prioritizing these material things, but we don't prioritize human connection the same way. Living in the West, it's a very I-focused society. So we are focused on ourselves, our gain, our lives, our world. And when you go to another country where it's more we-centric, it's less individualistic and more of a collective, there's just this level of laughter and joy and connection. In Jamaica, we party with each other. We party with our friends, our family. They may not have as much monetarily, but they have so much more joy. They're gonna play dominoes, they're gonna connect, they're gonna meet up, they're gonna talk. Those types of things don't happen in the US as much because we're all so busy doing business. We all got our own things going.
Could it just be the opportunities?
I'm all the way in that state.
Could it just be that the opportunities are more here than over there? I'm just asking. Could it be the opportunities? Could it be? I don't know, but that's a good question. It's very hard to come up out of these countries, second and third world countries, to come up because you got to know somebody. Could it be that the average person, myself included, could start a YouTube channel and make some money? They could start YouTube channels over there too now, right? But they don't have as much, they may not, I'm not going to say they don't. They may not have as much opportunity that we do over in the States. Could that be it? I don't know. But that's a good question, though. I always wanted to know that.
It's just not the same kind of environment that fosters those really deep connections. So whenever quality of life comes up and is in question, I always find it ironic because in my mind, there is way more than one definition of a good quality of life. And I guess it really depends on what variables you look at to decide what is quality.
When people speak about quality of life, they're often speaking about standard of living. Clean water, food, electricity, etc., etc., things like that. There's obviously definitions for this shit, right?
All right, I'm gonna stop this here. I'm gonna link the video down in the description or whatever. I'm gonna link the video so you can watch it. Again, shout out to Peace World, fair use. Couple things I want to say, and then we're gonna go to these comments. One, man, listen, it's still a game. They still playing games, man. The women over there are watching YouTube. They're watching the United States. They're watching. They're doing almost a lot of things that they're doing over there. They're doing over here. A lot of things that they're doing over here, they're doing over there. That's what I'm saying. If you think you're gonna just go over there without staying there for a long time, going to meet the mother, going to meet the father, okay, going to be a part of that family. If you think you could just go over there and pick them like that, it ain't gonna work, and you have to be there for a while. Listen, it's not a game, man. Going over there, becoming a passport bro, you go over there, the woman that you get are probably over there working, trying to take care of their family. The chances of that is more than the chances of you getting a woman that is educated. Let's talk about that, man. Let's say she's not educated, right? She doesn't have a high school diploma or whatever or equivalent. And you bringing her in the States, you think you gonna have to take care of her, and you're gonna have to take care of that family too, overseas. Listen, man. Yo, dating period sucks. Been married a long time. Happy I'm married, man. I don't know if I could deal with what's going on right now, so I feel for you. But I'm telling you, if you don't do your research, if you don't research that family, if you see that you're the only one working in that family and that she's looking at you and her mother and father are looking at you, it's not as easy, man. I dated a woman over there, and I'm gonna tell you what happened real quick. Short story, right? Dated a woman. She said, listen, I'm hungry. I want you. She was staying with her friend. She was making money. She worked in insurance. She was making some money, right? Sending her money down to her mother and her father. Her mother was sick. Her father was sick. And her brother had to go to school, and she was doing that. Okay? She was doing that. It was an African girl. Okay? I was dating her overseas. And when I'm telling you, when I said, all right, you know what? I said, I'm going to go ahead on. She asked me for some money. I said, I'm going to go ahead on and give you some. I got a little bit of bread. I was making good money. I was in the military then. I was making really, really good money. If you know, you know. I ain't even going to talk about it, but it was making a lot of money over there, okay? And we're talking about in the 2000s, okay? So, boom. So I take her shopping. You know what this woman got? This woman got a whole bunch of makeup, deodorant, soap, stuff to do her hair, stuff to do her nails. This girl got all that stuff. So I spent about $500, okay? And with $500, with $500, if $500 was the amount, about $500 I spent, I probably spent about $350, $400 on everything other than food. Yo, listen, man. This is not a game, man. Yo, if you're not over there doing that research, man, trying to research that family, trying to make sure that that family is that family don't need you or not relying on you. If you get that, then good. Hey, have at it, bro. You got yourself a good one. You know what I'm saying? But if you go over there and you thinking you're going to just get you one because you're going to get the baddest one, obvious, right? You're going to get the baddest one, and she going to come with the most bills. I'm telling you. You think you're paying bills over here for females, wait till you pay for it, because now you're taking care of a whole family. And now they calling her, talking to you. Let's get in these comments right quick, man. Let's get in these comments. Jeremy Oyer said anti-pass bro rhetoric is rooted in racism and cool. Full stop. No, it is not. It is not rooted in racism, man. It is not. It is the truth. As far as what I'm saying. No, it is not. I'm telling you right now, this is not a game. This is not a game. MTR said he's moving to Thailand. Jay Dermy. MTR said he's moving to Thailand. That brother gone, LOL. Maybe so. Living over there and living overseas is cool. Thinking you're gonna go over there and visit and find you a wife. That's where the problem becomes. If you living over there, you get to stay. You get to kind of pick the ones you want. That is, still might be a little bit, but whatever. If you stay in there, cool. You might have a better shot of being successful. But if you going over there, the passport bro, to go over there and then come back, ain't gonna work. Idiots idiots hate what they don't understand. No, that's not. It's not hate. It's just disagreement. I think one of the things that people mix up hate and disagreement is two different things. I disagree. I don't hate. I did it. I think I did it big than most. I'm being honest with you, man. I did it bigger than most. Okay? I'm telling you, I did it bigger than most. I'm telling you. It's not like that. You just can't go over there and pick them. And they just think she's going to be the one. No, you got to do your research. Before Kevin Samuels died, he said he was about to start dating abroad. If you have a lot of bread and you start dating abroad, you can get a higher pick of the litter. You can get a better pick, okay? Because now your standards are different. But if you're going over there with a what they said, well, anyway, if you're going over there with a 40 pay expecting champagne, stand by. Stand by. I hate hearing people while they talk and eat. Okay, whatever, I don't care. The critics of Passport Bros should stay in their lane and keep dealing the exact crowd they is. Listen, man. Listen. Yo, look. At the end of the day, if you're looking at Passport Bros, and I'm going to end it with this, but if you're looking at Passport Bros, and this is what you want to do, you have to learn to look on the other side. What is the other side saying? You can't just jump because one person says, yes, go do it. Are you looking at the other side? Are you saying the other side of the argument? Are you looking at the other side of the argument? Are you taking your moment to say, you know, what are they saying? And I think that's a problem that I see with our country. We never, you either got to be one or the other. You can't be like, okay, well, let me just see what's going on over there. Why is it that we can't just look on the other side? Look at the opposing argument. Why can't we do that? Listen, if you're going over there as a passport bro, and you're going over there and you're trying to find you a wife, man, listen to station channels like this. Listen to it. You don't have to. Just know what you're dealing with. If you feel like this is what you really want to do, then I wouldn't change your mind anyway. You're going to do what you want to do. You know, you understand what I'm saying? If you've made up your mind to do what you want to do, if you listen to stuff like this, it ain't going to change your mind. You just be more aware if that's what you're supposed to do. Sometimes when you get ready to do something and something tells you different, a lot of time it's because maybe I should rethink that. That's probably why. Ain't nobody hating. Being a critic of something doesn't necessarily mean you hate that situation. It just means, you know what? I'm looking at it from the opposite view. Don't just jump into this and thinking that it's going to be easy. You're just going to get the baddest one and bring them to the States and she's going to cook and clean and do all this. It don't work like that. Don't work like that. That's my whole point. That is my whole point. Slow down. Take your time, bruh. Take your time. If this is what you want to do, take your time. Be selective. But it's not going to be as easy as some people make it look like on Passport Bros. You know what I'm saying? and I haven't looked at their channel in a long time, but Passport Bros, they going there having sex with these women and they leaving, bro. They not marrying them. They leaving. So they even know. They even said it. I'm staying over there. I'm staying in Dominican Republic or whatever. They're not coming back to the States. If you're doing that, cool. But if you plan on bringing them back to the States, stand by. They're going to get a battery in their back, bro. So, listen, man. On this closeout, man. This was a tough one, man. I felt so amped. I've been a long time wanting to say something about this. It's a very long time, man, because... Anyway. This is Karu the Mentor, man. Keep learning. Keep growing. And keep living life lessons, man. And I'm out. Peace.